Well, happy Monday everybody, or at least it's happy for me. I'm on Eid holiday at the moment for 2 weeks. Expect some more content coming onto the channel. I'd like to wish you guys a happy Monday as well, although some of you are probably going back to school and back to work today after another grim weekend of Leeds United no-show, I think is the best way to say it. What is going wrong with us at the moment? But then again, I review the highlights and have a look, and I pointed back to area of weakness that I'll talk about later on in this video. Thinking about the first half, I can understand why Grathia sent the players out to defend, set the team up to make sure that we don't concede early and we don't concede any goals in the first half and we don't get sloppy. And I think 99% of that was down to Max Wober. What he did in that first half for us was absolutely sensational. And I said at half time that for me he's our man of the match. Having a defender as the man of a match that is in progress at half time, I think, is a sign that we're going wrong in all areas of the pitch at the minute, with the team selection, with our tactics. What are we doing going forward? I mean, I sat there and I thought, this lot, Fulham, are there for the taking because they've got a weakened side out as well, and we should have been dominating, I thought, from a lot earlier during that match. After sort of 30 minutes, perhaps start thinking about making some attacking changes to try and get us a goal. We offered very little going forward, and I thought that Brendan Aronson, again, if there is an award for eating grass, he's going to win that every single year, because at the minute, that guy just, every single time there's a touch on him or he feels anything, he's down on the floor looking for the penalty, looking for a free kick, trying to bitch and argue with the referee as to why he's not getting a decision. And the simple answer is, Brendan Aronson, if you do watch this video, you're going to have to be a bit more convincing, because the referees are onto you. PGMOL or whatever it is, they're onto you. Your name is probably getting talked about during officials meetings and stuff like that, that you're going down far too easily, and what's happening there is it's producing a mindset amongst the match officials that, oh, it's Brendan Aronson on the floor again, yeah, we're not going to bother giving him a free kick because he's gone down way too easily and it's probably not even a challenge, doesn't even go to VAR, the match plays on. You're going to have to be a little bit more robust, I'm afraid, in the Premier League. Get your elbows up, get your balance right, use your body weight against these opponents and start knocking them about a bit. When you are picking the ball up, try and defend the ball, keep the ball, make sure you don't lose the ball. And I think this is the same with Luke Ayling, and a couple of other players in the team at the moment, where you sat there and you're thinking, we're turning over the possession far too easily and we're not capitalising and we're not going forward quickly enough in numbers that are going to cause problems. And that was the problem for us in the first half against Fulham. The problems for Leeds are clear for everybody to see, and we were exposed yet again in the second half. Willian had a great game for Fulham. He kept bombing down that left-hand side and causing Christensen all sorts of problems, and he got found out yet again that he's not the fastest right-back in the Premier League, and he's nowhere close to even being the fastest right-back in the Premier League. He needs to be put in a position where pace isn't too much of a problem for him, but where do you put him? Do you stick him in the middle of the park? Are you going to use him as a holding midfielder? And that probably is a better alternative for Christensen, that he's not the fastest player going forward, and obviously he's going to be not the fastest player in recovery, especially chasing after left wingers like Willian, Mitomo, those kinds of players who've got pace plenty going down the opponent's left-hand side. In the second half, as I mentioned before, we did look a little bit better going forward, but I thought that Grathia didn't make the substitutions when needed. As soon as Fulham scored, that he should have been looking at making changes very quickly after that goal. Instead, there was a lot of dilly-dallying going on, a lot of chit-chat going on. Or was there? Or was it just a case of, well, let's sit here and let them get another goal before we make any adjustments to the team? I thought that we should have been far more aggressive during that game, especially in the second half, and after they got that first goal we should have been saying, right, this is it, pull your socks up now, we can chase the game, get a goal back, we'll get a bit of confidence back and go on and win it. And what do you know? Nothing very much happened until the sort of the 70th minute. Well, by then you've gone halfway through the second half almost, and it's very difficult for those players to come off and make an impact. They're not always going to make an impact. Putting Nonto on the 84th minute or 85th minute or whatever it was, you know, for me, it just doesn't make any sense. It's easy to see that Nonto is getting frustrated at Leeds. He's getting frustrated that he's not getting the game time. He's getting frustrated because he knows that he's better than some other players on that starting 11 team, and he knows that he can do more for the club than any other. And I think that you need a bit of that. He's a little bit nasty at times, he's a little bit petulant at times, but he's certainly got something that some of those other players just don't seem to have at the moment, which is, you know, a little bit of a fight in his game, and his determination to go and try and get us a goal, upset the opponent, upset the opposition defenders, who literally had a holiday during that Fulham game. Finally, a word about our goalkeeper, Ilian Meslier. And it's been noted recently that he's struggling. He's really struggling, and the main part of the problem to his game is his positioning, probably number two. But the first thing is predictability and predicting where the ball's going to go. And I think those are two key areas for Ilian where he can really try and improve and develop his game. I noted it during the Liverpool match, the Crystal Palace match. And yet again we see it against almost two identical goals, and the first goal where he just manages to tip it and it goes straight into the Fulham player's feet pretty much for him to score on the half volley. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not a goalkeeping coach, but someone out there is, and someone out there might well know, was Ilian right to try and go for those crosses? Is he positioning well during a game, during key moments where the opponent is about to score? Is he positioning himself correctly? And I'm pretty sure that, you know, looking back at the replays especially, I mean, we're very lucky. We get the benefit of hindsight, and we can see what happens real time and go back and view it again. The players, unfortunately, they don't get that chance until long after the game has finished. Is Ilian struggling with his positioning? Is he struggling because there are so many defensive changes in front of him? You know, Willian was just pinging balls in at will, doing whatever he literally wanted to do against us. So I won't say that 100% of it is Ilian's fault. It certainly isn't, but it certainly seems to be part of the problem. His positioning and decision making when it comes to predicting where the ball's going to go are problematic for Ilian. You let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. There's going to be a Leicester preview video coming up, and then of course the big game on Tuesday night. It's Leeds versus Leicester at Elland Road, so I'll try and make a preview video for that if I can get a bit of time. Of course, if you want to subscribe or you want to press the like button, that's always appreciated. Really helps my channel grow and get in front of new audiences here on YouTube. There's also a recommendation up here. Perhaps you like my video, my content, etc., and you want to see some more. Great, tap or click away, whatever you may wish to do. Have a great Monday ahead, and I'll see you all very soon.